What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn how to quickly set up a full self-sustaining base early on. This is really important because if you want to have a lot of fun in the game, who at the end of the day loves gathering some wood and stone during hours? Not me, at least. So the goal is going to be to have some poles at your base and increase the level of your base so they can start gathering some resources, such as is doing my pangolin at the moment. He is picking some rocks and he puts them into my box. While he is doing that, my other pet here, my other pal, is hitting the trees and gathering some wood for me. And also I have a Cativa, and the Cativa is also mining rocks for me, and so I can get some free stone automatically. That's great, so great. And they can also produce some food, put the food into the food box and eat by themselves. And so at the end of the day, this is really important to do that early on because you are going to be able to let them at the base, produce items, gather resources for you automatically while you are going to level up, try to capture other pals, and etc. Do whatever you want, in fact. So let's talk a bit more about the base. First, of course, you're going to need to craft a pickaxe and an axe to gather a bit of wood and a bit of stones in order to craft the pal box. At the beginning, you can put only one pal inside, so you are going to need to craft some pals here or find some on the ground, beat some pals and capture them and put them in your base. Then you have to level up your pal box. Just have to click on V while you are targeting the pal box. You have some quests to achieve. They are really easy to do. In fact, the early ones just are asking you to capture another pal, put another pal, an extra pal in your pal box, and craft another bed for your pals, something like that. Basic stuff, in fact. So at the moment, my base is level 5, as you can see on the screen. Basically, I can have 5 pals maximum at my base, and they are gonna protect my base because you are gonna have some raids sometimes. So they are gonna defend the base. They are gonna produce items. They are gonna gather resources. For example, yeah, the trees here are spawning every full day in the game. So, and look at that, he is transporting a pole sphere, and this is that one who is producing some pole spheres. And not only pole spheres, but also many arrows. And so early on, it's gonna help you so much. You don't have to bother gathering some resources. You are gonna have the production directly at your base. So let's talk about them now. Really important, the traits to the right. They are telling you what can do your pal at your base. For example, that one, the Lamball, has the handiwork trait. Basically, that means he can help you to craft things and build constructions. He has the transporting trait, so he can help you to carry more items in your inventory if he is in your main team. And then he has the farming trait. So if you have a ranch at your base, he's going to be able to produce some materials. And the Lamball is going to produce some wool for you. You can click there and you can find their location where they do spawn during the day and at night. Then you have the Cativa. Yeah, as the Lamball, he spawns early on at the start. The Chikipi also. So the Cativa is really important because he has the mining trait. And so he's going to be able to mine stone for you. Really important, he has the gathering trait also. So when you have some items on the ground, he's going to collect the items and put them directly in your chest, as he's doing my pangolin at the moment. And as you can see, my Cativa is hitting the rock and gathering some stone for me automatically. So then the next one, really interesting also, is the Chikipi early game, because if you have a ranch, he's gonna start producing some eggs. Once he produces eggs, another pal is gonna pick the egg and put it in the food box right here. And so you are gonna have some food. They are gonna be able to eat by themselves. So they are gonna gather some wood, gather some stone for you, produce some pal spheres, arrows, eggs, food, put the food into the food box and eat by themselves. Amazing. So then, if you have a look to others, you have the leaf monk, really important too, because he has the planting trait. That means he can plant berries inside of that, but then you are going to need another kind of pole to water it. And after the watering, you have the growth phase. But it's you just have to wait until it grow, and you can collect the berries. But they are going to do that for you and put them into the food box. As you can see, I have 72 at the moment. So that one is also really interesting because he can cut trees and gather wood for you. So really interesting to have early on. He can also gather resources and help you produce some medicine in the future. You can find some close to the start, a bit north to it, right here. But remember that they are going to evade the fight, and so you are going to need to craft a bow if you want to lower their HP and capture them more easily. Then another one that is really interesting early on, that one, if you have him in your team, you don't need to have a torch anymore. You are not going to suffer from the cold anymore during the night. Really interesting. And also he can cook if you have a campfire at your base. Then you have the Pengulet. He has the handiwork trait, the transporting. He has the watering trait, and so he can water the plantation. Really nice to have this one at your guild, at your base also. And finally, the best one you want to have, the Vixie. That one, if you have a wrench, is going to start producing some arrows and some pole spheres. And basically you can find them at these locations. So if you have a look in the wrench, I have some arrows. Yeah, I'm gonna gather the wood that is on the ground. And if I check my box, I have 12 pole spheres. And it was done, collected, produced for free while I was away. So I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.